Hi once again, it's me, Itabuche Murage, but this time only to present to you our findings, observations, and experiences during our shadow. Well, on the day of the shadow, I was accompanied by my fellow teammates Adrian Kilowin and Leletu Tenga. When we got there, we had our own expectations about the life of a salesperson, but we realized that each salesperson has their own way of approaching the customer. For example, some salespeople are more outgoing, hungry for sales, and always on their toes. So from the minute the customer walks into the shop, they're there, ready to assist them. But whereas others are more laid back and more of observers, they pay special attention to the attitude, the mood, and the characteristics of the customer. They critically analyze how the customer wants to be assisted and approached. So, this means that a salesperson should be a good judge of character. We also realize that every sales firm has its own manager, which pays special attention to the daily routines and the sales that go in and out of the shop. The manager has to pay critical attention to how the salespeople within the shop pay attention to their customers and assist them. For example, if deadlines are not met, salespeople are not up to their targets, and customers are not satisfied with the way they're being approached or the company sales in general, the manager has to be up to answer for all these questions. With all that being said, the manager has to pay special attention to his or her staff. We also realize that each customer has their own way that they like to be approached. Some customers like to be laid back and have made their own decisions, whereas others like to be assisted the minute they walk into the shop. Some customers might be very moody, so they really want to make their own decisions. Some customers prefer being told about promotions that are happening and competitions that are up and happening within the company, but some are more laid back and are there to get what they've come for into the shop. All of that being said, please do not be afraid to like, subscribe, share the video, and leave your comments in the comment section, and we will get back to you.
A salesperson's main responsibility consists of assisting customers in finding and purchasing the right furniture that meets their needs. Salespeople are very knowledgeable about the types and styles of furniture and uses persuasive sales techniques to promote a sale. A furniture salesperson's main responsibility is dealing with customers and making a sale. But the primary responsibility is to approach the customer as they enter into a store, inquiring about the types of furniture they want, making suggestions as to show the customers around, and closing the sale. After closing the sale, a salesperson then have to do what is called a follow-up, which is basically the salesperson finding out if the right product was delivered to the customer and whether or not it was delivered on time. If at any instance, the salesperson did not make a sale, the salesperson then have to find out why. Salespeople's main goal is to promote a sale or close a sale, but also at the end of the day, make sure that they gain the customer's heart and trust. Salespeople also faces a few challenges. Like I said, their purpose is to make a sale, but at the end of the day gain the customer's trust, which is not easy because certain customers are not friendly at all. A salesperson may encounter a customer who responds rudely to the salesperson. This will act as a barrier towards the communication and lead them to not having an effective communication. What will then happen is the salesperson will then not be able to close a sale. Language can also act as a barrier or a challenge. For instance, a salesperson may encounter a customer, but the customer will not be understanding, or the salesperson will not understand the customer's language, so there will be a language barrier towards them. What will happen is now, the salesperson will then have to call in another salesperson who will understand the customer's language. But since salespeople are paid based on commission, the salesperson will then lose that customer. and will lead to the salesperson not making a sale.
Sales representatives sells goods, products, and services to customers. Salespeople will work hard to find new sales leads from business directories, customers, and referrals. The following are some characteristics of salespeople. As a salesperson, you need to have an approachable personality so that customers feel comfortable around you. For example, if you are a grouchy salesperson, then no customer will want to be served by you. To be a salesperson, it is not required for you to have higher education, but you need to have your matric certificate. As a salesperson, you need to have the ability to be a good judge of character. For instance, if you are dealing with a customer that is not a talkative person, you need to greet the customer and do not say much. You need to be a bit of an actor or an actress, as you need to adapt your personality to suit the customer's personality. The following are some key qualities of becoming a successful salesperson. As a salesperson, you need to satisfy customers' needs and wants. You need to be patient, as you might be disappointed on sales that are unsuccessful. You also need to be very competitive and must be able to network.
When you have more than 20 years of experience in the selling industry, you are a professional, and one would think that you no longer face any challenges. This is not true, because with your 20 plus years of experience in the selling industry, you still face challenges, but the only difference is you know how to overcome these challenges. I'll be highlighting challenges faced by the salespeople and how you overcome these challenges. The first challenge faced by the salespeople is when the customer doesn't have money to buy. This is a challenge because as a salesperson, in order for you to make your salary, you need to make a sale. So when the customer doesn't have money to purchase an item, a sale cannot happen. You can overcome this challenge by telling the customer about the different ways in which they can use to finance the item. The second challenge faced by the salespeople is when the store doesn't have enough stock in place. As a customer, when you walk into a store, you expect to find the item that you want. So when you get there and you are told that the item is out of stock, you feel disappointed. To overcome this challenge as a salesperson, you honestly tell the customer that currently we are out of stock. But if you are willing to wait, I can come up with a plan for you. So this would mean that as a salesperson, you contact the other branches and find out if they have the item at their store. Once they have the item at their store, you organize for delivery to happen, and then the item will be delivered to your store. Then the customer will purchase the item, and then it will be delivered to the customer's home. This ends up in a win-win situation for both parties because the customer gets the item that they want and you as a salesperson have made a sale. The third challenge faced by the salespeople is meeting daily targets. Now we know the sales industry is all about numbers and meeting your daily targets, because once you meet your daily targets, you get your salary. And if you go beyond your daily targets, you get a bonus, and this means more money for you. So what you can do as a salesperson is you don't have to work towards a daily target, but instead you could work towards a weekly target. To get your weekly target, you take your monthly target, divide it by 4 weeks, and the answer that you get there, that would be your weekly target. All that is left for you as a salesperson is to continue on working hard and ensuring that you meet your weekly target every single week. These are the ways in which you can overcome. That would be your weekly target. All that is left for you as a salesperson is to continue on working hard and ensuring that you meet your weekly target every single week. These are the ways in which you can overcome these challenges.
Salespeople should receive training throughout their career as a salesperson, whether it be on company history, staff benefits, product development, advertising campaigns, the company's current financial position, or employee functions, which speaks to effective communication in organizations, and the contemporary management principle. However, at this particular furniture store, salespeople are required to undergo two types of training courses, which are both personality recognition courses. These courses are as follows: 1. The ABC of Selling, and 2. The Field Training course. The ABC of Selling teaches the salesperson a unique approach to dealing with customers, gives them a clearer understanding on how to do the perfect sales pitch, and helps them to successfully close a sale. Field training course, on the other hand, requires that the salesperson takes 10 to 15 people with him outside of the store to see if they can interact with the salesperson as is required from a store salesman. Training courses defined are specifically beneficial to the salespeople of this store in that it helps them distinguish between a prospect and a lead, which will later be defined in this video. Now, with everything said, we hope that this video has given you a greater understanding into the career of a salesperson. It is clear that to be an effective salesperson, you need to have effective communication skills, be able to prioritize your work effectively, and show elements of drive and determination. An effective salesperson is also someone who is able to identify in a prospect an immediate need for the products or services on offer by the organization. They are also someone who is able to identify if the prospect has money readily available to purchase the product or service. They should also be able to identify if there are any behavioral patterns that suggest that the person is willing to purchase the product or service immediately. Now, with this video, we aim to demonstrate that an effective salesperson is someone that is self-motivated, listens attentively, and who is honest at all times. These are but a few qualities that we have identified in the salesperson that we have interviewed during our sales shadow. We hope that you have thoroughly enjoyed this video and that all misinterpretations of what a salesperson is have been clarified. Thank you for watching.